Hello students, welcome to Physical Science Digital Class Mehbubabad. 10th class Chemical Equations Part 4. Today in this session where we are going to discuss about stoichiometric calculations. Myself Narendra Babu Kotla, PGD Chemistry, TSMS Mehbubabad. Contact number 955-3666-301. You can contact me on this number for any queries regarding this topic. So, stoichiometric calculations. So, in this, before going to see this stoichiometric calculations, so what this chemical equation can interpret, that's we have to know. A chemical equation gives information about the reactants and products through their symbols and formulae. At the same time, it gives the ratio of molecules of reactants and products. Okay, and if gases are involved in a chemical reaction, we can equate their masses to their volumes and calculate the volumes. So, if you take any one of the chemical reaction, in that chemical reaction, if gaseous substances are involved, so then we can equate their masses, the mass of the gases that can be equate with their volumes, and we can calculate the volume of those gases. That means a chemical equation that gives the information that can interpret this, and using molar mass and Avogadro's number, we can calculate the number of molecules and atoms of different substances from the equation. So using molar mass, at the same time Avogadro's number, we can also calculate the number of molecules and atoms of different substances which are participated in this equation. Okay, so before going to see some calculations, stoichiometric calculations, so we should know some basic information and some basic concept about the molar volume. Molar volume we have to know about at STP. Molar volume in the sense mass and volume interpretation. That means, so just comparing the mass and the volume at STP. What is STP? If you want to know about the STP, so STP in the sense standard temperature and pressure. Actually, the standard temperature and pressure is STP. Standard temperature is 0 degree centigrade and standard pressure is 1 atmospheric pressure or 1 atmosphere. These are the standard temperature and pressures. Standard temperature is 0 degree centigrade and standard pressure is 1 atmospheric pressure. So in this we are going to discuss this molar volume, that is molar, that means mass and the volume. So comparison here. So before going to see this, first we have to know what is mole. Mole in the sense, it is mole in the sense we can calculate like weight by molecular weight. If you take any one of the substance, 1 mole of substance in the sense, so we have to take the weight by molecular weight. Okay, so this is mole. Actually this mole is generally interpreting it with the, or just comparing 1 mole with the mass in grams of a substance, whether the substance is molecule or whether the substance is gas or the substance is atom. Okay, so mole we are just comparing it with this. So like this molar mass, we are just comparing here molar mass. At the same time, see, so 1 mole of any substance, so generally that is equal to molecular mass of a molecule. This point is very very important. 1 mole of any substance, okay, so that is equal to molecular mass of that molecule. For example, if you take the hydrogen here, H2 molecule, H2 molecules molecular mass is 2 grams. H2 molecules molecular mass is 2 grams. 2 grams of H2O is equal to 1 mole. That means 1 mole of H2 molecule in the sense that is equal to 2 grams. Okay, at the same time oxygen O2 molecule means O2. O2 molecular mass is 32 grams. 1 mole of oxygen molecule means that is equal to 32 grams. 1 mole of oxygen molecule means that is equal to 32 grams. At the same time nitrogen molecule N2 molecular mass is 28. Okay, 28. So 1 mole of N2 molecule in the sense that is equal to 28 grams. Understand? Understand here, that is molecular mass. 1 mole of any substance is equal to molecular mass of molecule. While we are discussing about the molecule, then we have to equate it with the molecular mass. Okay, so this is about the mass in grams to the molecules interrelation relation with the mole. And the next one is 1 mole of the substance is equal to atomic mass of an atom. Atomic mass of an atom. 1 mole of any substance that is equal to atomic mass of that atom. For example, if you take the hydrogen, single hydrogen we have taken, that is, it is atomic form, means hydrogen atom it is. So this hydrogen atom is equal to 1 gram. That means its atomic mass is 1 grams. It's 1 mole of hydrogen atom, in the sense its mass is 1 gram, or 1 mole of hydrogen atom is equal to 1 gram. Okay, right. Coming to the oxygen atom, its atomic mass is 16 grams. 1 mole of oxygen atom is equal to 16 grams. Coming to the nitrogen atom, 14 grams its atomic mass. 1 mole of nitrogen atom is equal to 14 grams. Understood? So coming to here, 1 mole of any substance, so that is equal to molecular mass of a molecule, or molecular mass of atomic mass of an atom. 1 mole of any substance that is equal to molecular mass of a molecule or atomic mass of atom. This is about the molar mass relation with the molecule. Let us go through the molar volume now. So molar volume generally expressed in liters of gas at STP. That means while we are discussing this molar volume, okay, we have to measure it, molar volume we have to measure it at STP. And this molar volume is only applicable only to the gaseous substances, not for the other substances. If you take any one of the substance in your equation in gaseous form, then we can make it equal to the molar volume. That means liters. We can convert into the gaseous substance. It's grams into the liters. That means volume. Mass we can convert into the volume here. 1 mole of any substance that occupies 22.4 liters at STP. 1 mole of any substance that occupies, or any gaseous substance, that's important. 1 mole of any gaseous substance that occupies 22.4 liters of volume at STP. This is the important one. 1 mole of any substance, gaseous substance that occupies 22.4 liters. That means, let us consider here 1 mole is A. Here molecular mass, consider it as B. So here molar volume, consider it as C. Here A is equal to B. At the same time A is equal to C. That means we can also equate if A is equal to B, A is equal to C, then we can also equate B is equal to C, isn't it? That means 1 mole of the substance is equal to, for example, 2 grams of the hydrogen molecule. Okay, same 1 mole of substance that occupies 22.4 liters of volume at STP. Consider it as for hydrogen. Okay, 1 mole of hydrogen that occupies 22.4 liters. That means 2 grams of hydrogen that occupies 22.4 liters. So we can make it equal this molecular mass and the molar volume also. At the same time, oxygen that is equal to 32 grams molecule, and 32 grams of oxygen molecule that occupies 22.4 liters at STP. At the same time, 28 grams of nitrogen molecule that occupies 22.4 liters of volume at STP. At the same time, this is also we can equate it to the atomic mass. 1 gram of hydrogen atom, that is that occupies 22.4 liters of volume at STP. 16 grams of oxygen that occupies 22.4 liters of volume at STP. 14 grams of nitrogen atoms that occupies 22.4 liters volume at STP. Like this we can make it equal. So A, B, C. A is equal to B, A is equal to C, then B is equal to C. Similarly, like that we can mention here. And coming to the next one. So next important one, that is the number of particles. This 1 mole of this any substance, that we can make it equal to the, so we can count it with the number of the particles. Okay, number of the particles generally with the 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23. This is called as Avogadro's number. 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 is Avogadro's number. Okay, so how we can make it equate? So this is also similarly like this molecules, and how it differs from molecules to the atoms. Like this also here, 1 mole of substance that contains the, so that is different for the molecules and atoms. Okay, and 1 mole of any substance that contains 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules at STP. 1 mole of any substance. So if you are discussing about the molecules, so if you take 1 mole of molecules, how many molecules are present in that? In the sense 1 mole, 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules will be present in that. Okay, so if you are discussing about the molecule, 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of any substance, that is equal to 1 mole. For example, if you take the H2 molecule, 1 mole of H2 molecule that contains 1 mole of H2 gas if you take. Okay, so that substance that contains 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. At the same time, if you take the oxygen, 1 mole of oxygen molecule that contains a 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. At the same time, if you take any substance 1 mole, that substance contains the 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Okay, and let us go through the atoms now. Okay, 1 mole of any substance that contains same 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. The difference is here it contains the molecules this much, and here it contains the molecules this much. 1 mole of hydrogen gas that contains, that means hydrogen atom, okay, in atomic form, that contains 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. 1 mole of oxygen that contains 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. Okay, if you discuss about molecules, that much of molecules it contains. So if you are discussing about the atoms, 6.02 into 10 to the 10 to the power of 23. So atoms will be present in this. This is the basic concepts actually. That means 1 mole is equal to molecular mass of a molecule, 1 mole is equal to molecular atomic mass of an atom, 1 mole is equal to molar volume of gaseous substance. 1 mole occupies or contains 6.02 into 10 to the 23 molecules. Same 1 mole that contains the 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms. That means we can also make it equate this molar volume like this. So like how the molecular mass of molecules equal to the, so this molar volume, similarly 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of any substance that occupies 22.4 liters of volume at STP. Okay, 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules of any substance that occupies 22.4 liters of volume at STP. At the same time, 6.02 into 10 to the power of 23 atoms that occupies 22.4 liters so volume at STP. That means we can also apply here the same A, B, C. So A is equal to B, A is equal to C. Then B is equal to C. So similarly, and the last one is that is molarity. So which is equal to the liters of the solution. So 1 mole of any substance, that is if you take in moles per liters, then liters of the solution. But this is not at all important in your 10th standard. So that's why you can learn up to here, that's more than enough. Molecular mass, atomic mass linking, and molar mass or molar volume, molecules to the mole concept and atoms to the mole concept. That is more than enough for this session. So let us go through some of the examples. Actually there are four types of the interrelations are there generally. That is one is mass relationship, mass volume relationship, volume relationship, mass volume number of molecules relationship, and these four relationships we are going to calculate each example, one example for each relationship. Okay, so in that first one is mass relationship. So in this mass relationship we are going to give, I am going to give one question problem here. So that is, how many grams of O2 is required for combustion of 480 grams of magnesium? Find the mass of magnesium oxide so far formed in the reaction. That means how many grams of O2 is required for combustion of 480 grams of magnesium. Find the mass of magnesium oxide formed in the reaction. If you observe in this, how many grams of oxygen required? So that means we have to understand the question now. So magnesium is burning with the oxygen, in presence of the oxygen, then it is giving the magnesium oxide in this question I have given. Okay, so while burning this, so for combustion of 480 grams of magnesium, if you take, how much oxygen is required further at the same time? So when you burn this 480 grams of magnesium, so how much mass of magnesium oxide is formed? That means two calculations, two answers we have to find from this equation. Okay, let us go through the solution. In this, the first we have to write the skeletal equation. If it is possible, we have to write the skeletal equation. That is magnesium, so that is reacting with the oxygen. That means, and it gives the magnesium oxide. We have to write the balanced chemical equation to solve the problems. Okay, so magnesium, how many magnesium atoms are there? 2 magnesium atoms are there, 2 oxygen atoms, and 2 magnesium oxide molecules are present in this. And coming to here, let us try to write the molecular mass of or atomic mass of this. Each magnesium is 24, its atomic mass. 2 magnesiums are present, 2 into 24, so that is so we can consider here 48, and oxygen 2 into 16 we can take here. Okay, so 2 into 16, 2 oxygen atoms are there, that's why 32. Magnesium oxide, so actually 2 magnesiums, 2 oxygens are there. Each magnesium is 24 into 2 and 2 into 16, that is total 80 grams. Okay, so that means 48 grams of magnesium, that is so burning with the 32 grams of oxygen, and it is giving the 80 grams of magnesium oxide. So if 48 grams of magnesium is burning with 32 grams of oxygen, and it forms the 80 grams of magnesium oxide. So this is very important, and from this only we are going to find the answers. So now according to here, 48 grams of magnesium requires, according to this equation, 48 grams of magnesium requires 32 grams of oxygen for burning. Okay, 48 grams of magnesium requires 32 grams of oxygen for burning, 32 grams of oxygen. At the same time, how much magnesium we have to burn here? According to this, 480 grams of magnesium required. How much or how many grams of oxygen? Okay, 48 grams of magnesium requires 32 grams of oxygen. At the same time, 480 grams of magnesium requires how many grams of oxygen? So then 480 by 48 into 32, we can write 480 by 48 into 32. Okay, so 48 we can so cancel here 10, so that means it gives the 320 grams here, it gives the 320 grams. Understood? So that means for the burning of 48 grams of magnesium, how much oxygen requires? 320 grams of oxygen requires. And the next problem, and next one is, another one is, so we have to find the mass of magnesium oxide in this case. Now same interrelation, 48 grams of magnesium, So that forms the 80 grams of magnesium oxide. 48 grams of magnesium forms 80 grams of magnesium oxide. So we are burning 480 grams of magnesium. So how much or how many grams of magnesium oxide that gives? That means 480 by 48 into 80. So in this 480 by 48 into 80, then if you cancel this, so then we will get the 800 grams of magnesium oxide will be formed in this. Understood? So then like this we can solve the mass interrelation. Here we are just there is an interrelation, that is a mass and mass only. Okay. So next one is mass volume relationship. So let us go through the problem first. What is the weight of limestone required to get 11.2 liters of carbon dioxide? What is the weight of limestone required to get 11.1 liters of carbon dioxide? Here, so there is a relation between the volume to the weight, means mass. There is a relation between volume to the mass. First we have to go through we have to write the balanced chemical equation. So limestone, okay, what is the weight of limestone required to get 11.2 liters of carbon dioxide? So what is the limestone? Limestone in the sense calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate on heating, calcium carbonate splits into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So that means calcium carbonate, so it splits and it gives the carbon dioxide. Here, what is the weight of limestone required to get 11.2 liters of carbon dioxide? That means to get 11.2 liters of carbon dioxide, how much CaCO3 limestone we have to take? That's we have to calculate in this problem. Okay. So now we will go through so as usual, so its molecular mass, calcium carbonate molecular mass is 100 grams. If you compare it with the units, 100 units. If you compare it with the grams, 100 grams, or 1 mole of calcium carbonate is present, or this occupies 22.4 liters. Okay, and calcium oxide, its molecular mass is 56 grams or 1 mole or 22.4 liters. For making equal, I am just giving all this information. 44 units for carbon dioxide, or 44 grams is the molecular mass of this carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is having 1 mole, only one carbon dioxide molecule is releasing here, and this carbon dioxide, 1 mole of this carbon dioxide is equal to 22.4 liters of volume this occupies. Okay, so now we have to understand here 100 grams of calcium carbonate, that gives the 44 grams of the carbon dioxide, isn't it? If you heat 100 grams of the carbon dioxide, it gives the 44 grams. That means 22.4 liters of the volume it gives. 100 grams of the calcium carbonate on heating, it gives the 22.4 liters. Okay, but we need only 11.2 liters of the carbon dioxide only. That means, just I am repeating here, to get the 22.4 liters of the carbon dioxide, we have to take 100 grams of the calcium carbonate. That means 22.4 liters of carbon dioxide. So requires 100 grams of calcium carbonate. So according to our question, we need the 11.2 liters of carbon dioxide requires how much calcium carbonate required? Okay, 11.2 liters of carbon dioxide requires how much? That means 11.2 by 22.4 into 100. So 11.2 by 100 into 22.4. Then if you cancel this, then we will get the 50 grams. So to get the 11.4 liters of carbon dioxide, so we have to burn 50 grams of the calcium carbonate. This is the mass versus volume relationship. And the third one is volume relationship. In this only, so volume versus volume. The question is, how many liters of oxygen required for the oxygen combustion of 1.5 liters of methane at STP? Calculate the volume of CO2 and water vapor formed in the reaction at STP. So we have to understand the problem carefully. We have to read the problem carefully. If you want, you can read it 2 times, 3 times to understand the case here. So what he is asking in this, how many liters of oxygen required for the oxygen combustion. That means how many liters of oxygen required for the combustion of 1.5 liters of methane. That means, so for burning of 1.5 liters of methane, how many liters of oxygen required? This is the first one. At the same time, calculate the volume of CO2. We have to calculate the, so while burning this methane, it releases the carbon dioxide, and how much volume it gives, that's we have to calculate. And water vapor formed in the reaction. That means three problems we have to solve from this. Okay, so one is so how many liters of oxygen requires, and another one is how much volume of carbon dioxide releases, and so water vapor, how much volume of the water vapor that forms at STP. First we have to write the skeletal equation, that is balanced equation. Methane on combustion with in presence of the oxygen gives the CO2 and H2O. Okay, first we have to find out the how many liters of oxygen required for 1.5 liters of methane, and the next carbon dioxide, how much volume it releases, and in vapor state how much water releases in liters, means in volume. That's we have to find out. So as usually we have to take the CH4 in the sense that occupies 22.4 liters. 1 mole of CH4 occupies 22.4 liters. Here 2 moles are there. Oxygen moles are 2. 1 mole is 22.4. 22.4. 2 moles are there, that's why 2 into 22.4. Carbon dioxide is having only 1 mole. So that's why 22.4 liters, and H2O is 2 moles, that's why 2 into 22.4 liters. So 1 mole, 2 mole, 1 mole, 2 mole here. Understand? Right. And coming to here, finding the volume of water vapor first. So while finding the water vapor, here 22.4 liters of CH4 to give. That means 22.4 liters of CH4. That gives the 2 into 22.4 liters of H2O. 2 into 22.4 liters of H2O that gives. Okay. Right. So what we require, 1.2 liters of CH4 gives how many liters of H2O? That means 1.5 by 22.4 into 2 into 22.4. So then, so this is 1.5 into 2 into 22.4 by 22.4. Then we can make it cancel. 2 into 1.5 becomes 3 liters of H2O in vapor state that releases. So when 1.5 liters of methane gas that is on combustion at STP. This is the volume of the water vapor. And coming to the next one is volume of CO2. Okay. So according to the above concept, 22.4 liters of CH4 to give 22.4 liters of CO2. Okay, that means 22.4 liters of CH4 that gives the 22.4 liters of CO2. We need only 1.5 liters of CH4 to give how many liters? Very simple. Actually both are same here. That's why you can make it cancel. 1.5 by 22.4 into 22.4, then 1.5 liters of CO2 it releases. It's very easy, and that by seeing directly we can say we can give the answer to this problem. Right, next one. Okay. These are the two we have to calculate. And the third one, according to here, actually, if you try to find out the third one, okay. So I calculated the volume of this CO2, and two problems I have solved here, and you have to find out the third one, that is how much amount of oxygen requires for 1.5 liters. That means 22.5 liters of CH4 to give, so 2 into 22.4 liters of oxygen. Then 1.5 liters, how much it requires? So same as usual with that first problem. Then you can try to solve this. And the fourth one, mass, volume, number of molecules relationship. That means molar mass, volume, and number of the molecules. Three concepts we are interpreting here. Relationship we are observing in this. Let us go through the problem. Calculate the volume, mass, and number of molecules. See here, calculate the volume, mass, and number of molecules of hydrogen liberated when 230 grams of sodium reacts with excess of water at STP. So 3 we have to calculate. That means volume, mass, and the number of molecules of hydrogen. This volume we have to calculate for the hydrogen. For the same hydrogen mass we have to calculate, and the number of the molecules of hydrogen we have to calculate here. Okay, so hydrogen which is liberated here, 230 grams of sodium that reacts with excess of water. So first we have to write the balanced chemical equation. So sodium, when it is on reaction with the water, it gives the sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. In this 2 moles of sodium, 2 moles of water on reaction, 2 moles of sodium hydroxide gives only 1 mole of H2 that releases here. Okay, so this is 23 is a sodium mass, and 2 into 2, and H2O mass is 18, 2 into 18. So NaOH mass is 40, 2 moles, that's why 2 into 40. H2 actually, so 1, only 1 mole is present, and 1 into, so 2 is the molecular mass here. So now see the interrelation, 46 units sodium, 2 into 23, 46 grams, here 2 moles are present. Actually for 1 mole 22.4 liters it occupies, for the 2 moles it occupies 44.8 liters, same. For 2 moles of H2O that occupies 44.8 liters. Here also for 2 moles of NaOH it occupies actually, so NaOH 2 moles we have taken, that is 44.8 liters we have to take. Not this 22.48 liters, this is not actually 40. So 44.8 liters we have to take in this. Okay, this is not the 22.8, 44.8 liters. And coming to the next one here only, so 1 molecule is present, that's why 22.4 liters. Here you can try to make it correction, 44.8 liters. Okay, right. So this is the concept. Based on this we have to find out the value, mass and molecules. Let us try to interpret here. Mass of hydrogen, first try to find out. So 46 grams of sodium gives, 46 grams of sodium that gives 2 grams of hydrogen. If you go through the, so back here 46 grams of sodium that forms the 2 grams of the hydrogen, isn't it? Right. And if you observe here, so it forms the 46 grams of sodium gives 2 grams of hydrogen, and 230 grams of sodium gives how many grams of hydrogen? That means 230 by 46 into 2. 230 by 46 into 2. So then we can make it equate. So like this. So then we will get the, so 10 grams. Okay. So from this we will get the 10 grams if you solve this. Because 2 actually 23 10 times. Okay. Actually this is the 23, not the 2, 23. And the next one. Volume of hydrogen. 2 grams of hydrogen occupies 22.4 liters at STP. 2 grams means molecular mass of this hydrogen molecule that occupies 22.4. There is a relation, see, molecular mass is 2 grams that occupies 22.4 liters. Then here 10 grams of hydrogen is releasing. That 10 grams of hydrogen occupies how many liters at STP? 10 by 2 into 22.4 liters. 10 by 2 into 22.4 liters. So if you solve this, then we will get the, so 112 liters of hydrogen that occupies at STP. Okay. So next one is number of molecules of hydrogen. Okay. So now 2 grams of hydrogen that contains, 2 grams in the sense 1 mole. 1 mole in the sense 2 grams of hydrogen molecule that contains 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Okay. So now 10 grams of hydrogen released during the reaction. This 10 grams of hydrogen contains how many molecules? That means 10 grams by 2 into 6.023. How do you got this 6.023 in the sense? Generally 6.02 also we can take, no problem. Okay. Actually this is 3. Sometimes in some books 6.022 or 6.023 so is giving. That's why, so in my first slide I have given 6.02 to avoid the confusion. Okay, into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. That means 10 by this into this. That means, so if you solve this, then we will get this. So this much of the molecules. So we will get this 3.01 into 10 to the power of 24 molecules. Here actually this is not the 112 liters. This is so not correct here for this. Okay. So you can erase this. Okay, this is not present here. So this if you simplify this, then we will get only the answer is 3.02 into 10 to the power of 24 molecules. Understood? Right. So thank you for watching this video. So if you have any doubts, then you can contact me on this number 955 366 301. So thank you once again for watching this.